awaited tips and tricks and hacks and how to retain length for your natural hair. Okay, I got you. I got you. I'll be explaining what I do for my hair, what I do to retain length for my hair. So it will basically be general tips that each person can use, but it won't be if you do this exactly or you have to do this exactly to the T, exactly like Danielle does it, or your hair will grow. No. So the number one tip I have for you guys is that you need to know your hair for yourself. The next tip that I have for you guys is the moisture. Moisture. Listen, moisture is key. Moisture is the holy grail to natural hair. Moisture is number one. Like you definitely need moisture. If you want to grow your hair, you definitely need moisture. Let me tell you, the thing is, hair is constantly growing. So you might say, no, my hair not grow. No, your hair is constantly growing, but because you're not taking care of the ends of your hair, which is the oldest part, because you're not taking care of the ends of your hair, each time it grows, it just break off back. So that is why you're seeing like a stagnant length. You're not seeing any growth, but your hair definitely is growing. Because look, for example, if you look at a processed hair person, they constantly have to be processing back their hair every 6 weeks. I'm not sure, but because the roots of the hair grow out, but you're not seeing any change in length because the ends of the hair break off each time it grow. So you not give your hair any chance to see the length growth, you know. So yeah, so that's what moisture does. It retains the length of your hair. So you can't say, no, my hair not grow. Your hair growing, it's just not retaining the length. So moisture helps with that. So you have a method called the LOC or the LOB method. I use the LOB method for my high porosity hair, but it's the LOC method. You have liquid. L is for liquid, O is for oil, and C is for cream. I use the LOB, which is liquid, oil, and butter, because I need the heavier products to retain the moisture in my hair. So what you can do is, for the liquid, you can either use, if you can't afford a leave-in conditioner, you can use water. Just get a spray bottle. Trust me, you need a spray bottle. Get a spray bottle and you can fill that with water, and if you have aloe vera, you can blend the gel with water and use that as your liquid. Or if you can afford it, you can buy a leave-in conditioner. I use the Garnier Fructis leave-in conditioner. And then what you do is, so that's the moisture, the liquid or the leave-in or the cream or the light cream or whatever you use as your L is the moisture. Now if you leave just this leave-in or just this moisture in your hair are gonna suck up this tutu. So what you need is a sealant. For the sealant, that's when the oil and the cream come in to seal in that moisture that you already added to your hair. So I use coconut oil, or you can use olive oil or your favorite oil, whatever oil you like, whatever oil you can afford, as long as it does the job. So I use coconut oil to seal in the Garnier Fructis leave-in that I use. I use water before the leave-in, so I use water, and then it's the Garnier Fructis leave-in, and then I put coconut oil on top of that. So the C now, I use B, the butter. The butter that I use is shea butter. Listen.
Listen to me.
Shea butter is shea butter is wonderful, marvelousness. Trust me. Shea butter is like my heartbeat, my natural hair's heartbeat. So I use the shea butter now to seal in the coconut oil and the Garnier Fructis leave-in. If I don't use shea butter, by 2 days time, all of the moisture suck out of my hair, because as I say, my hair is high porosity, so it suck up everything. So yes, so that's tip number 2. You need to moisturize your hair, definitely. So the next thing is using shampoos or a cleanser, and I'm almost sure majority of you guys use shampoo in your hair. Like me used to think say if me no shampoo my hair at least once a week or every 2 weeks, my hair not gonna clean and it not gonna grow. And that's actually the opposite of what's supposed to happen. Because let me clarify, not just shampoos, sulfate shampoos. A majority of shampoos have sulfate in it. And what sulfate does is that it dry out the hair, so it strips the hair of the natural oils and the sebum. That's the natural oil that your scalp produces. So it strips the hair of the sebum and the natural oils and all of the oils and the whatever you put in your hair before. And your hair don't really need that much cleansing. So unless you're using sulfate free shampoos, or you can use apple cider vinegar, or you can use even baking soda, you can use co-washing, bentonite clay. You have many other options other than shampooing, other than sulfate shampooing your hair that cleanse your scalp and even cleanse it better than the shampoo. So you might use to this squeaky clean, and you know, if your hair don't squeaky or if it don't feel a certain way after you wash it, then you don't feel like it clean. No, your hair just dry out. So what I use is you can have a bottle, the same spray bottle. Like spray bottle is a necessity. So you can use the same spray bottle and fill it a quarter of the way or even 1/8 of the way, because apple cider vinegar really strong. So you can use the apple cider vinegar, quarter it in the bottle, and then fill up the rest with water and just apply that to your scalp. Leave it for about 30 minutes and then wash it out. And trust me, your hair might not feel as squeaky as it does when you use the shampoo, and you might feel like it don't clean, but like when you look at your scalp, you can see the big difference. Try it. So I used to use apple cider vinegar basically all of the time when I just started not transitioning, when I just started taking care of my natural hair. Another option, so like if I using gels, if I use the gels and heavy products that week and I wanted more cleansing than just apple cider vinegar, I would use the bentonite clay. And I did a video on that before, so you can go back, I'll link it in the description box. So I did a video on that. So you can use the bentonite clay to cleanse your hair otherwise. Or you could even use the baking soda. Again, just a little tubes you need, and then you fill that up with water, shake it and apply it to your scalp. Not the ends of your hair, because remember you're only really cleansing it to cleanse your scalp. If you allow your pores them to breathe, your ends of your hair don't really need that much cleansing. But now say you never go cleanse the ends of your hair, you know, because that's just nasty. But the main focus when cleansing the hair is the scalp. Right. So what I use is apple cider vinegar or bentonite clay. You can use a baking soda wash. You can comment if you want me to do those tutorial. Yeah. Yeah, so those are the alternatives for shampooing, sulfate shampoos. Or if you only have sulfate shampoo and you say no, I can't go bother buying apple cider vinegar, she can talk what she want to talk. What you can do is you can pre-poo. So you get your favorite oils, and what you can do is you can heat water, full all of the oils, the oil mixture that you are going to use for the pre-poo, fill it in a bottle and put the bottle in the hot water to heat it up, because direct heat on oils is not the best idea. So you can put it in the hot water to heat up the oil, and then you apply that to the ends of your hair. Focus on the ends of your hair now. So after you coat your hair with that oil and then you shampoo it, that giving it a protective layer from the sulfate, so it not as harsh on your hair if you were just to use the sulfate shampoo. So the pre-poo works, or it acts as a barrier or a coating before the sulfate shampoo. So that's another option. So guys, the other tip is low manipulation. Like your hair don't need no heap of manipulation. What I do is on the weekends I have a cheap conditioner that I normally just spray my hair before I decide to start detangling to do the next hairstyle for the next week, because once I do my hair the weekend, it stay that way until next weekend. Like no matter if it just catch up like this. I had this in from Sunday night and today's Friday, and I'm not pulling out this until tomorrow when I detangle with my conditioner and DC and all of that in it. So my tip to you is to just leave your hair alone. Me used to feel like say if my hair having tangles then it not good again. Like me have to make sure say I use my, and because me I use a white tooth comb, used to think say yeah something good me I do, and me tear out all of the tangles out of it. No. And another thing is you can as much as possibly use your fingers, because trust me, these are the best detanglers. So you can use your fingers after you apply some slip to it. If it's even water you have, just make sure your hair have some kind of slip to it. Because if you just have your dry hair and you say me I gonna comb out this right now for putting in the next time, no honey boo boo, you just a tear out your hair. So make sure your hair have some sort of slip to it while you're detangling. And yeah, like try as much to not manipulate your hair. Like don't say alright every day me I go to school or me I go to work and me utters and me have to change my hairstyle every day. No. Try as much as possible to leave your hair alone, because your hair strive best when it's left alone. Like it's stubborn. You just want to do its own thing. So yeah, that's another tip, to detangle with a conditioner or any slip that you can find, if it's even just water, and to just leave your hair alone. Just leave it, make it do its own thing and grow. So I'm just realizing that I missed a tip. So tip number 5 is always, whenever you're going to bed, whenever you're resting your head somewhere, always ensure that you have either a satin or silk scarf or head tie or bonnet, the good old-fashioned bonnet, or at least have a silk or satin pillowcase. And this is because the cotton pillowcases or any other fabric pillowcase that you have, it causes friction with your hair, and the friction might cause split ends and breakage and all of those other things that we're trying to avoid, right? So using the satin or silk bonnet or cap or whatever eliminates or limits the breakage your hair might receive. So another thing is protein treatment. What the protein does is it strengthens the strand of your hair. So yes, like how we need protein, so we eat up with chicken and we pork and curry mutton and all of that. Like how we need the protein. Like how we need the protein, your hair also needs protein. So you can use, you have a mix. I can do a video on that as well. You have you can use mayo, yes, the mayo that you use and cook with, and eggs and olive oil, honey, avocado. You have so many options that you can use. Like you can just find the ingredients in your kitchen and use in your hair. Most of the things that we use in my hair can actually be eaten, them edible. Yeah. So yeah. But sometimes I can't bother, you can actually buy the hair mayonnaise and buy the hair protein. I'll link in the description as well what I use on my hair, the products that I use. So you can buy the protein products. So just go and look for protein based conditioners and all of that. So you can use that in your hair. And I do this at least once a month. You don't need, because protein, it can be good, but at the same time it can be bad. So you don't need, my hair don't really like protein, because if I use it too often it get dry and brittle. So what I do is a protein treatment at least once a month. So at the starting the first week of each month I do a protein treatment with my olive oil and eggs and mayonnaise and banana, avocado, honey, Like you have so many options that you can use. And last but not least is to have patience with the hair. Like when me did just start out, and my hair did they up here so, or up here so. And me used to feel like say, alright, may I use up my deep conditioning, yeah, I stop comb my hair as much. Me used to feel like say next week it's supposed to be down here so, but like you really have to have patience because you probably start this week and next month you probably don't see as much growth. Because best believe my hair grow like a quarter inch, half inch if my lucky each month. Yeah. So just have patience with the hair. You probably not see um the length that you want next month or 2 months down the road, but once you stay consistent and do what you're supposed to do and treat your hair and care it and give it love and all of that, once you do that, trust me, in no time you're going to see the growth. In no time you'll see the growth. And another thing is what I do is I set goals for myself and work towards those goals, because last year my goal was to reach bra strap length. I'm actually past bra, I'm gonna reach mid back length yet, but my past bra strap length. So that was my goal for last year. This year it's waist length. Yeah. So just set goals for yourself and work towards those goals and decide, so yeah, I'm going to make a change, I'm going to be determined to do that, and in no time, you not even realize it when you have to look back on pictures and say, yeah, my hair really did grow. So yeah, so those are the tips I have for you guys. This is the long awaited video that I had for you guys. I'm sorry it took so long, but it's here and you can watch it. I hope you enjoyed it and follow the tips. Thank you for watching. So I'm not sure how many of you guys made it to the end of the video, but we're here and it's that time again when you pause everything. Well, it's the end of the video so you don't have to pause it, but let's just take a time out, get ready your fingers, let's take a time out and let's press the subscribe button together. Come on, let me count you down. 1, 2, 3. Press it. Listen, it's free. It's free. And you can press the bell beside the subscribe button to be notified each and every time I upload a video. And I'm planning to upload each week. So look out for that. Thank you for watching again.